So if you shoot fiber optic sights, which so many of us do, they wear out, they break. This one's gone, fell out in the middle of a training session. Heat is a big opponent to the longevity of fibers. Why do we want fibers? Well, they attract light, right? That rod that would have been there, I'll grab another pistol that has fiber on it, and we can see that. Here's one on this Glock. These are some Ameriglows. That fiber attracts light, so as you're looking through the sights, it's channeled to the end and it is a big ball of light to your eye. It's fantastic. But they do wear out, especially high volume shooting like we do in our training programs, or if you're a competitive shooter or just like to plink. Heat can be the enemy of fibers. And it's a plastic product, right? They are gonna wear out and break. I usually have some in my range bag. I use the last piece up. Our friends at Landgon Tactical Technologies were kind enough to get me some more fiber. So we're gonna break the gun down just for safety. There's no reason to be working on that slide with the gun together. So I got it broke down. We've been doing some gun cleaning videos here and I got to this gun, so it's a good time to do this. Got some fiber. This came from Wilson Combat and supplied to me by Langdon. We'll pull that chunk of fiber out. Thing about fiber is you have to know the diameter of your sight. So right here, 0.0585 by 1 inch. 0.0585 by 1 inch. That's the amount of fiber that came in there. Usually you can get 2 sight replacements out of a 1 incher. This is, 3/8 of an inch or so long, and you need a little bit to trim. A couple tools that you will need. You can use a sharp pocket knife, a razor knife, utility knife as we call it in the trades. I'm gonna flip the blade over on this bad dude to the sharper side because we gotta score it. So, couple things that you're gonna do. We gotta use heat. And I already told you that heat is the enemy of fiber, so you don't wanna melt this and ruin it. What we gotta do is get one side set. Oops. We gotta get one side set and fitted. So what we're gonna do is push this through, okay? And I'm going to get the front warm a little bit, and I pull it in as that's warm. I pull it in and it, you can see, fits right into the front of the sight. Now that it's cooled, I can push that dude out and cut it. So I need to give that a trim because I clearly can't melt all that. So I'm gonna very carefully, I'm gonna say maybe a 1/16 of an inch beyond the edge of the sight. Drew, can you see that?
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna just put a little score mark on it. Yep. I've got a score mark now. A nice way to do this is I just go just like this. I set my blade and I just roll. And after you've rolled all the way around, you should be able to snap that guy right off. Not very hard. We're gonna put that back in. It's only gonna go in one way because it's melded to the shape of the front sight. There we go. So I push that back in, and now I'm gonna take that lighter and I'm just gonna touch it to the backside here. You'll see that that just swelled up and dropped right into the rear sight. Or sorry, the rear of the front sight rather. Looks good, right? Nice and bright again. If you look through the sight, you can see how nice and clear that is. What you're looking for is no movement. Easy peasy. One thing you want to be careful of is if you've got too big of a bulb on the front end, coming in and out of the holster, that can get hung up right there and it can shear it off or tear it off. And if you needed to, without overheating it, you could just touch a little bit, kind of push that sucker in. We'll put this guy back together. This gun has been run hard. She is nice and wet, but it is about due for a good bath. I wonder if I should send it down to the guys at Langdon and make them do it. I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, that looks good. Back in business. Back in business. And that is how you simply replace the fiber optic on a pistol sight or a rifle or a shotgun. Thank you, Landgon Tactical Technologies, Amy, for getting that out to us. You're awesome. She basically runs the business over there, guys. So if you talk to somebody over there, you need somebody to answer questions. If you can get Amy on the phone, you'll get what you need. Thank you so much. Always keep some of that in your range bag, especially if you train a lot, shoot a lot, travel a lot. Be good. If you like this video, subscribe, like it. If you don't like the way I put that together, put it in the comments section. You know, it's always interesting to see what you guys have to say about stuff. I don't know everything. My opinion, though, does matter in the context of your experience, and your experience does matter in the context of my opinion. So we all learn different things. This is how I've learned to do it, and I'm always interested to learn new things. Drew behind the camera, Mickey on this side of the lens, the mouth. Be good. Hey man, what are you doing in the podcast room, Steve?
I'm writing a national anthem. It's going to be at folk festivals for gunfighter gun oil.
Oh.
Let me tell you about gunfighter gun hire. Made in the USA. Gunfighter gun oil, 100% synthetic. It's gonna last you, baby. Yeah. Gunfighter gun oil is the best I've ever seen. It's gonna make you get everything that you've ever seen. Oh, baby, I love me some gunfighter gun oil. Yeah. Oh, gunfighter gun oil, gunfighter.
Gonna get my lighter out. I don't have it.